Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson. It's Kevin Jackson Show. Glad you're here. 844-551-8255 if you want to call the show. And I mentioned lots of things going on. I will be doing Fox News Radio sometime later this month, and I'll ask you guys to come over and check that out. So we'll give details on that in a bit, and you guys can hopefully join me over there for the days that I will be hosting that particular show. So here's what I want to talk about. And I'd wanted to talk about this story a while back only because I find it funny. But this college kid got suspended for tweeting his ex-girlfriend's apology letter a while back. And he used a red pen, to critique it, gave her a D-. This has happened at the University of Central Florida. And anyway, they suspended this kid, who, by the way, I think is brilliant. He's done with her. He's like, okay, look, I'm going to try to help you in life. I'm going to critique your letter. Gives her a D-. But they ended up reinstating him. So that was a good thing. And here's what they wrote. His attorney says, I was really surprised and thankful for UCF taking the immediate action that they did. It's unfortunate that a lawyer was needed. That should be very concerning. But he got a lawyer. He's like, why are you at the university telling me what to do in my personal life? See, that's what people missed about this story. This had nothing to do with, the human interest part of it is what I'm getting. But the real story is, who is a college or university to tell this kid, you can't tweet your ex-girlfriend's letter or we'll suspend you? This is his future we're talking about. And I think you have to understand the bigger picture, that this is a kid who says, I got a letter from my girlfriend and I'm going to have a little fun with it on my personal time. Oh, by the way, I'll take an academic approach. And he red lines it, red marks it up pretty substantially. It was a funny, hysterical letter if you get a chance to see it. And a college comes over and says, hey, we saw your tweet about your girlfriend's letter and we're going to suspend you. See, college, they hold over your kids' heads. We put so much into it. I want you to think about the angst that this young man feels when he's having fun. He says, oh, yeah. First of all, the girl wants him back. She says, I screwed up. I didn't deserve you. I should have been better and all these other things, which I think is it's a turnabout thing. Because isn't it usually the guy doing that? I'm sorry, baby. But now it's this girl doing this. And he says, no, I don't want you back. But I will help you with a lesson. And I'm going to critique your letter. So hopefully at the next boyfriend, you'll have a better breakup letter, or begging back letter. I think there's more to this story, don't you? See, it seems innocent. It seems, well, Kevin, come on. He put the girl on Front Street. You know what? You can't be throwing shade at the girl like that. For you white people, that means, he's treating her bad. Yeah, you can. He can throw all the shade he wants. He can be very upset at this woman. Because in her letter, she's like, I was just awful. I was terrible. I was surprised you stayed with me. But please, if you will take me back. And so he's like, nope, I won't. You've been musing and abusing me for too long. And I'm done with you. And see, I think there's a feminism thing here. I think the college said, we can't have this young man, this young white man too. Ooh, yeah, he makes it even worse, doesn't it? See, now I got y'all's attention in there. My producer's like, did you just say white boys? Yeah, white boys. Went after you guys. So they go after this kid because he is now the victim. You read the letter, she's awful. So the university decides, we'll get this young man. And that's what they did. They went after him. And because and as I was saying, our kids' futures rest in the hands of a few administrators who hold them hostage for a variety of reasons. You wonder why these college professors get away with pedophilia. It's not, most of these kids are old enough for the age of consent, but they're having these things held over their heads. This is not cool. Not cool at all. So this kid decides to sue, and immediately the college drops it. I wouldn't even have allowed them to drop it. I would have let them suspend me, then sue them. Because I'm telling you folks, this is nefarious. What looks like an innocent thing, like, oh, they figured it out, they've, it's the error of their ways, was nonsensical to begin with. They never should have involved themselves in his personal stuff. Now, I don't know what happened that this girl run to, he put my stuff out on Twitter. But why did she run to the college? What do they have to do with it? Shouldn't she go to Twitter? Shouldn't she? I mean, she wants to get an attorney and say he can't cease and desist on putting this out there. Not that she had a case. He could do what he wants. But I'm just saying, how did it end up at the college level? A tweet. A tweet of him correcting his girlfriend's paper is given to the authorities. And the authorities in this case are his college administrators. You get that? See, that's when you know that something's wrong here, that we put too much in an institution. The administrators are only supposed to judge this kid on his grades. Don't misunderstand me. He can't do a bunch of bad things out there, commit crimes. He can't go stealing from people. He can't rape women and all this. But what they're telling us is these young kids, these young men, and if you don't believe me, Google how men are being treated on college campuses, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So these young men are being treated like crap. And this is a perfect example. So I want you to connect the dots and ask yourself, how did this get to the level to where his career, his future was put in jeopardy because of a tweet? That's the bigger picture. That, to me, says more about this story than anything else. A kid having fun at the expense of a girl who tormented him in a relationship, and she admits it. And the college says, we're going to side with this young lady, however the information got back to them. I want you to consider yourself a chancellor of a university. And somebody walks in and says, hey, Kevin, we've got a student here who posted his girlfriend's apology level and corrected it. And I'd say, wow, let's keep that kid let's keep an eye out for him. He may be a great teacher one day if he's correcting her paper. But do you think I would, as a chancellor, go, oh, my goodness, well, we can't have him doing that. We must jump him. You got to teach him a lesson for doing. No, a chancellor in that university should have much better to do. But why are they doing it? That's the question. To me, it's a deeper question. You guys probably think, Kevin, you're crazy, man. I'm not crazy. I'm telling you, you think about it and you let me know. 844-551-8255 or kjradio.com. We got a lot coming up. Obamacare. Richard Blumenthal, you know who he is? We'll tell you in a bit. And there's new polling.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.